Hi, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, please. Um, Hold on just a minute. I know I'm a little late. I do apologize. I am a little bit late, and I didn't put the whole thing out until now. And I do apologize. Um, I'm just finishing up some schoolwork, and I wanted to make sure that I get everything um together, honey. So um I'm gonna wait a few minutes for some people to get into it, and then I'm gonna get into this on tonight. I hope everybody had a good day. Hey, Reese, how was your day on today? Did you listen to the rest of the trial? It ended early today. All of a sudden, it ended early, but it was very interesting. Some of the things that we found out. It has become very, very interesting. And I have an update on a story that I did talk about a student hitting a teacher. Hey, Trisha, how are you today? I do have an update on the student that hit the teacher. Um, y'all, y'all better tell y'all kids to keep y'all their hands to themselves, or they're gonna be in jail early. In jail early. Let me say that. Um, but make sure you guys. Oh, child, child. Um, okay. Make sure you text me about it, huh? Um, just give me a second. I'm trying to wait till everybody come in. Um, Hold on, y'all. So I'm just waiting a minute. How is everybody Tuesday on today? Um, um, how everybody Tuesday on today? We're gonna be talking about Jacqueline and Trezelle. We're gonna go over some of the things we found out in court. They should have never had them kids, to be honest. So you good? You feeling better, Trisha? Well, that's good. You are feeling better. That's good. You are feeling better, and I understand that that can be a lot. But I'm glad you're feeling better. Um, I'm trying to wait till everybody come in here because I got to get into this, y'all. I got an hour, then I'm going straighten up and going to bed. Like I don't know if it's gonna be spring, summer, fall, or winter. Mississippi weather has been bipolar, and it's supposed to rain on tomorrow. So I don't know what to put on my children. Anyway, y'all, put them on long sleeve or short sleeve or a coat and some shorts. I don't know, but I'm ready for May. Shoot. But it is helping with the light bill, I tell you that. It is helping with the light bill. But anyway, y'all, um, you remember I had did a story on the young lady that basically um fought her teacher. The girl that brutally attacked her teacher has went to court, and she is going to be serving a year in. She has pled guilty to aggravated assault and was sentenced to a year in a youth detention center. I know. You don't know what to do, but we gonna watch this video, y'all. I don't own the rights to it. Gossip of the City put it out. This is a blog website, so I'm just going to press play on it. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hold on. Let me bring it up live so y'all can see it. I don't mean to see the comments, but this is what I'm trying to see. Hold on, y'all.
Aggravated assault on the teacher. She's now serving a year sentence at the youth detention center.
She just went off and pulled me down to the floor.
Heritage High School teacher Tawana Turner says in that moment, as the 15-year-old girl pounced, God spoke to her.
I heard the God say, "Don't hit her."
Other teachers had to jump in and pull the teen off of her. Turner would spend the next 6 days in the hospital.
When I got out of the hospital and came home, it hit me that I had been injured really bad and I can't go to work. I can't see my students. I can't do anything that I used to do. I can't drive.
The Rockdale County District Attorney's Office tells Fox 5 that the 15-year-old girl pleaded guilty to aggravated battery against a teacher, which is a felony. Last week, a judge sentenced her to a year in the youth detention center, followed by 5 years of supervised release. What allegedly caused the girl to go off when Turner tried to take her phone.
The young lady, hopefully she will grow from this. She will learn from this. She'll get the help she needs.
Turner has taught for nearly 3 decades. She says recently she's noticed a shift in how kids act. Would you say that the kids of today are different than the ones in the classrooms you first walked into 27 years ago?
Absolutely. Absolutely, they are. I would say that if I had to start teaching with this, with these students, this generation, I wouldn't have been able to.
She says after the video went viral, people from around the world reached out to her to express their support.
People who don't know me have reached out to me, have helped me, are praying for me, supporting. That kind of treatment, that holds you up when you fall.
You got angels on your side.
I'm telling you, I don't take any of it for granted.
And Turner tells me if she could go back to the classroom tomorrow, even after all of this, she would. She thinks that along the way, the system failed her teenaged attacker. Moving forward, she wants to see more support for kids with emotional issues before it ever gets to this point. Tom.
Sentenced a 15-year-old girl to a year behind bars after she brutally attacked her teacher. Thousands on social media have shared video of the assault. Tonight, that teacher is talking exclusively with Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo.
Well, Rob, that video is tough to watch. What did she have to say about it?
That's right, guys. This attack happened at the end of January, but that teacher is still out of work and on the mend. The girl has pleaded guilty to aggravated assault on the teacher. She's now serving a year sentence at the youth detention center.
She just went off and pulled me down to the floor.
Heritage High School teacher Tawana Turner says in that moment, as the 15-year-old girl pounced, God spoke to her.
I heard the God say, "Don't hit her."
Other teachers had to jump in and pull the teen off of her. Turner would spend the next 6 days in the hospital.
When I got out of the hospital and came home, it hit me that I had been injured really bad and I can't go to work.
All right, y'all. So we watched that part. So what do you guys think of that? I honestly do believe that the teenage girl I do believe she deserved what she got. I honestly do believe that when you put yourself in these situations, this is for grown folk, this is for children. Take this as a learning lesson. When you put yourself in grown folks' shoes, this is the consequences for doing that. This is all over a phone. We made the school districts may need to ban phones from children using phones on school property if it's going to be that bad over a phone. This is over a phone. Not the teacher violated her, not this or nothing or said something inappropriate to her. This is over something that is replaceable, a phone. I understand everybody wants their phone. Oh, you didn't pay for my phone and blah, 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 blah. But it's a time and place for everything. East Dad, what's up? How you doing? It's a time and place for everything. And I honestly do believe like we need to tell our children there's nothing extenuating happening and if there's no need for you to have your phone out at school, keep it in your book bag and let it stay there until you're out of school or leave it at home. I don't, I'm getting to the point, I don't want my children attached to stuff. Because when you are attached to stuff like this, it'll make you act like this. This is that, like that lady had suffered a broken leg. Like her leg, half of her leg was broke because this girl upset about the issue. She said that she got an emotional problem. There wasn't no emotional problem. She tried to bully that to me. She tried to bully her teacher out of her phone. Oh my God, really? Oh, okay. I'm so mad, y'all. You need to go talk to her parents and tell her that, you know what I'm saying, what her little girl done did. Because hell no. It all starts, hey, if her child did it, show her the video, Anastasia, and tell her, ma'am, your daughter did this. Especially if she caught on the Ring camera. Girl, I will go and find the little girl. Parents. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do that, like, and say, ma'am, this is, you know what I'm saying? This was not okay. And you know, this is for my daughter that is disabled, and she didn't do anything to deserve that. The kids be jealous and simple stuff like that. Think about it. A child jealous because another child got a student of the month sign. Woo. Anastasia, I am praying for you. The best thing to do is just go talk to the parents. Don't confront the child. Confront the parents. And I know. And I'll be like, and they sure do deserve to pay. You'll sit up here and did this to somebody's stuff. What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? We have to teach our children. I tell my kids all the time, if it ain't yours and you ain't asked for it, don't you touch it. It ain't yours to mess with. You don't touch nobody else's stuff or go in nobody else's yard to take nothing that don't belong to you. It all starts at home. We have to teach. We got to get back to the olden days where we tearing some. I got to do better too. Tearing some butts up with a belt. You can't do the switches, beta chain. You do the same, East Dad. You have a spec night and blessings to you as well. I don't blame you, Trish. Wow. Evil. It's sad that children can be so evil towards one another and all out of jealousy because they didn't get student of the month. But like I said, student of the month is to me is a that means that you exemplify like honestly, like if your child gets student of the month, I feel like that's a great honor for a child to have is student of the month. You know what I'm saying? That means you whatever that meaning is for that month, you exemplifies that. And I'm sorry, Anastasia, that they did that because I know that's very upsetting to you and to your daughter. Because I know your daughter, every time you pull up, she'll be excited. Did you at least get her a picture by the sign? Did you get her a picture? Did you at least get a? Did you at least get a picture of her beside her sign? You know, um, I'm sorry that happened. I know that's upsetting. Um, mm, mm, mm. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't tell. I tell my like I know. Last year at Jamel football practice, a little boy was throwing rocks at cars and was hitting cars. hmm And then he had hit some black woman car that just talking about this is a brand new car and your daddy gonna have to pay for it and this and that. I'm like, you should be. And my son tried, Jamel, you better put that rock down, baby. I will beat. Exactly. Cause I don't play that like doing stuff like that. Like that time, you just don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, Anastasia. See if the school can give you another sign. Cause your baby deserves to take a picture with you or see call the school and see if they can make another sign, man. I'm so sorry, man. That's so jacked up. You know, just tell the little girl don't come back to your yard ever again. You know, just mean and evil and need a whooping. Let me just say that. Need a whooping. Need a whooping. Um, just need a total whooping. I know all parents aren't ignorant, but we all stay. It starts at home. When your kids sitting up here doing stuff they ain't got no business doing, you got to get onto them immediately. And I'm not trying to judge nobody parenting because I ain't the best parent myself. But if he doing something that my kids are doing something they got their bit, I get all over them, and I will whoop them. They know that belt sitting right there for them. And I told them, don't nobody touch it. See, that belt been missing for a mighty long time, and I found it. And I told them if they ever get a chance to ever touch it again, that if they ever touch it again and hide, it's gonna be me and them. So I advise them to leave it alone. I advise them to leave it alone. Okay, y'all. Um, so um, what I'm going to do now is we're going to change the subject, y'all, because I hope this don't make nobody else mad, you know. But Anastasia, I am hopefully call the school in the morning and make sure to see if you can get a sign, another sign for your daughter, so they can, you know, clean the fit. Oh, that's okay. You know, we family here. You know what I'm saying? Family going through something. We, you know, we gonna address it, and then you were upset, and I'm sorry that they did that. And I want to say as well, I see Miss Sheila had come into the chat yesterday, last night, and I did not get to address her. So, hey Miss Sheila, if you're listening, I emailed you too. I don't know if you got my email, but I do apologize, y'all. Sometimes when I get off this chat, I don't look back at the chat sometimes. So maybe I need to, or just wait a few seconds to log off before I end it to speak to everybody. Um, But Anastasia, you ever need us, we here for you, baby. We are all here to support one another. Um, that's just how it is. Um, so y'all, let's get into this. So today does start. Today is trial day for Jacqueline and Trezell West. Y'all, they have. It's a lot of information that came out today. Um, they really gonna piss all of us off. They had pissed me off, and you know what I'm saying. If y'all need the link to listen to the trial, please reach out to me. Y'all would need to listen to this trial. It's getting to the point where now it's finally getting to the climax. I guess we can say that we can get to the climax of it all because, yeah. And KGET is back on the scene because the other one was a joke, and we don't. And hopefully they'll stay on the scene. Give me a minute, y'all. Let me plug up my laptop. Jayla, come eat the cookie. Y'all, you get 2 cookies. Because you ate about 4. Them cookies are not burnt. So y'all, let's get into this. Tell Jayla to come get hers. Jayla, come get the cookie. So y'all, court is back in session, and Megan Silverlake is testifying. There's a lot of people that are testifying via Zoom. So let me know if you guys can see the screen. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. Let me know if I can pull it up a little bit more. So it says here that she also receives and can enhance video and audio. Silverlake testified she received a video related to this case, and there were 3 videos she was asked to enhance. She received the videos April 13th of 2021. Silverlake said she changed the contrast and lighting and added sharpening filters for all 3 videos. Silverlake sent the files back to the agent who requested them. The videos Silverlake worked on have been admitted into evidence, and prosecutor Eric Smith in his questioning Tori Stallings. Let me tell y'all something about Tori Stallings. I do not like her line of questioning and her tone. Listening to her, I do not like her line of questioning, nor do I like her tone. It says here that she's asking about the work done on the videos. Silverlake said they're taught to look at the image, and if they can make it clearer, save that image. Forrest Stalin asked if there were other methods used to enhance darker images as daylight went to dusk. Silverlake testified she used more intense levels for that to potentially see any objects. Silverlake enhanced 2 videos from December the 19th, 2020, and one from December the 21st. And it says Stallings entered her questioning, and Victor Nassar is questioning Silverlake. So they talk about she uses software or whatever. So it says here, Austin, I ain't even gonna play with his name, was called to the stand, and he is a forensic lab technician at the Kern Regional Crime Lab, and he worked in the DNA unit. He showed photos he took of a sealed evidence bag. He said the bag was properly sealed when he received it. One of the items was a diaper, and he said he photographed it and swabbed it for DNA. He swabbed on the inner lining. The swab was cut and placed in a tube and labeled with the lab number for later DNA analysis. In the question, he was excused. So they took a break. Now we're about to get to the meat and potato. She sounds like she do. She do. So it says here, Ryan Dean. Ryan Dean, y'all, is Sincere and Classic's biological mother. They have called, she is live via Zoom. So this is Sincere and Classic's mother. Um, but the West people, the not the West, Jacqueline and Trezell renamed Sincere and Classic Oren and Orson. So it says here, Dean said, let me pull this up, y'all, so we can get this all up on the screen. Dean said Sincere Oren lived with her for 3 months until he was taken. And then Classic Orson was taken from her after a few weeks. She said on the stand 3 weeks for Orson, because I know that for a fact because hell, I was listening. And so Dean said she came to know a foster parent named Latoya who gave her access to the children through visitation at an office. What? Hold on just a minute, y'all. So it says here that the original foster mother named Latoya did give Ryan Dean access to the children through visitation at the office, and she had visitation 2 to 3 times a week. And she said she did go maybe 2 times. I think that they said that she said that she didn't go. She said they all met at the DHS office. So it says here that Ryan Dean stated the visitation lasted about 8 or 9 months. She said Orrin was happy, smart, funny, loved music, and Orson was happy, she said. Dean said she did not become aware the children were adopted. Now, this is the problem for me. She said after all of this, she learned they had been adopted. They didn't even let the mother know that her children were adopted. Now, Dean said she never went to the West Department or had any visitation outside the ones with the Department of Human Services. She had no contact info for the West. And she said, Dean said she did meet attempts to get the boys back, and she took parenting classes and other steps. So, this lady said that she, like if you want your children back, you have to go through certain steps and certain criteria and parenting classes to get your children back. So how did they automatically, they didn't give this lady a chance to get her children back. She didn't even know her children were adopted. Like she just cut off, like basically they cut off contact with Ryan Dean after the kids was taken from Jackie's home. And Jacqueline and Trezell, basically, I don't think Trezell have anything to do with it. It's all, when I get through with this, y'all gonna know for sure it's not Trezell. But he's the one that has to go along with it. But Jacqueline is the ringleader in this situation and what happened to the boy. She did file a lawsuit against Kern County or Bakersfield County. Kern County, Bakersfield, she did do a lawsuit because they had no right to take her children if she is making doing the proper steps in reuniting with the children. They say anything DHS always tries to make sure that the kids are actually reunited with their family first before they adopt them out of foster care. Come on now. She said she learned the boys was missing after hearing from someone, then seeing it on the news. Their photos were on the news, Dean said. She had realized their names had been changed. Dean went to Cal City to get answers. She asked the West what happened, and they lied to me. She did say that they lied to me, and then the Stallings lady objected, and this was sustained. Um, and so the comment was stricken from the record. It says here, Ryan Dean said she'd never been to Cal City before that day. She helped search the area. Dean said she had contact with Cal City police. Dean testified she provided a DNA swab to Bakersfield police detectives and gave them a cell phone number. It says here Bakersfield Police Department eventually became the lead agency on the investigation. She was asked, did she, or asked someone else, did she take the boys? Asked if she took the boys or asked someone else to. She said no. Y'all see it? She said, it says here that they will end the question, and then Hennessy began cross-examination. Hennessy asked Dean if she remembered telling LaTonda the boys went missing early the morning after the disappearance. Dean was unsure at first, then confirmed that and said she learned the address of the West from the news. She said, Dean said she's back and forth from Texas. She lives at an apartment in Arlington, Texas. She said she works from home. She did say she works from home. I remember that. She said that as well, that she is, that she did not have an altercation with Jacqueline West during a visitation. So I think Jacqueline is playing victim and said that Ryan Dean tried to attack her. The reason why I'm saying that, because when we get down to some tweets too close to the end of this day, y'all going to see why I say Jacqueline was the problem and she did something to this boys. Stay tuned. So Tori Stallings asked, have you ever lied to law enforcement? Through redirect, Dean testified she wasn't home at the time. Orrin's leg was broken, and Dean has been excused. She did admit that she did lie in the beginning to the police, but she said she is speaking the truth now. So basically, Stallings trying to make her that she's not truthful, she's a liar. She could have took the truth. No, I'm okay, go point it out. It says here, Dean testified she wasn't home. So they get to asking about Orrin and his leg. And she asked, what happened to, why was Orrin, initially, why did Orrin was removed from the home? And she said, the baby leg was broken. And they asked who was at home with Orrin. And basically it was the baby daddy. So something happened to this child, and the baby daddy was the person that was there. So y'all give me 1 minute here. What do you guys think so far? And I definitely want to say, like, listening to, it seemed like she didn't know much. And like, they asked her, was she reading off a piece of paper? Because it sounds so rehearsed. It did kind of sound rehearsed. I honestly want to say that. But with any trial, prosecution do go over certain things with you and what to say and what not to say to not incriminate yourself. But it did sound a bit rehearsed from her, and it seemed like she didn't answer. She didn't know a lot of things, and her tone wasn't all the way. I didn't, all the way there. Now, she is not responsible for what happened to her children because of the simple fact that, her children, her children should have never been taken. They should have found ways. If she met all the criteria of getting them back, you should have gave her back to her children. And that's just as simple as that. I don't understand, why they, were just hell bent on not taking the baby back to, letting the kids get back to their mother. But just give me a moment here. Then so they went to lunch. They went to lunch. They went to lunch. Hold on a minute. It's 9:15. I'm trying to get through, y'all. Let me get through it so I can get to the good parts. Court was kind of like short today, but it was a lot that came out in court because some of the things Jacqueline, she I believe she did something to them children. She did something to those children, and I do believe so. And we're going to look at everything, and let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Hold on, y'all. Let me.
Super Mario's.
Go.
I want all Super Mario.
Okay. Go. And if FYI, y'all, the government can tap your actual cell phone.
That's the last one. Who won the last one? Cookie.
The government
Who won the last
can
one? Cookie.
hack your cell phone and wiretap your actual cell phone. This is actually absolutely the truth. The government can wiretap your cell phone. So, I didn't find it out till I started looking. I listened today, and then when that man said that they wiretapped Jacqueline's phone and heard her and her mother's conversation, and they got a recording of the conversation of Jacqueline and her mother having a conversation. How you gonna call a kid a weirdo? Yeah, she called one of those children a weirdo. Yeah, she did. She called one of those children a weirdo. Surely did. Surely did. They got on her Facebook accounts and everything, and she called them kids a weirdo. She didn't do nothing for them children. Man, y'all, the stuff that came out this evening in court. Hold on, y'all. Let me just get to after. Okay. Trial back in session. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back up. She sounded like she had to really remember. She did. She did. She really did. Me either. Right. Child, I didn't know. I said you could wiretap a cell phone. I was like, what? Oh my God. That's how I felt like you could wiretap a cell phone. Child, I ain't gonna never get in trouble. Child. They wiretapped her cell phone, child. And they got some conversations too. So it says here the trial is back in session with Jesse Perez back on the stand. He's being cross-examined by Timothy Hennessy, Giselle West lead attorney. They are referring to the Facebook records. Perez said the Facebook report is about 4,000 pages. Only a small portion was relevant to the investigation. He said Hennessy asked some clarifying questions about when certain photos were taken then finished. On redirect examination, Perez said he was present when DNA swabs were taken of Charles Pettis, that's the children's father, the biological father. It says Smith ended his questioning and Perez have been excused. It says Bakersfield Police Detective Carlo Arvizu has been called to the stand. He was he is a certified Spanish translator with the Bakersfield Police Department, and Spanish is his first language. It says here in December of 2020, he went to Maria Martinez's home. She's the mother of Jacqueline West. There was a search warrant for her phone. Child. Giselle and Jacqueline West were also at the home. And he was there with several other detectives. So they wasn't standing with Miss Wanda West though. They was they were staying with Jacqueline's mother. It says here, Arvizu assisted in translating Facebook messages between Jacqueline West and her mother. On September the 18th of 2020, Jacqueline West tells her mother they're now in California City. And on the same day, she tells her mother they're going to get a U-Haul and will clean the apartment because it needs painting. Hold on now. The mother testified and said that she didn't know they didn't move. They was going to move until they actually moved to Cal City. So her ass done lied on the stand, y'all. Now, hey, do we need to go back and check the record? Because I know that lady Jacqueline's mother got on the stand and said she didn't know nothing about nothing until they moved to Cal City. And this is saying something completely different. I ain't going to jail for my daughter. Trust me when I say that. It says here also on the same day, Jacqueline West sent a message to her mother saying they're waiting for Giselle's mother so they can go and do the rest of it. On September the 19th of 2020, Jacqueline wrote saying that he wants to go to the house, but he's not going to sleep. And it says, on the same day, she gives the area of the Cal City home. Later that day, she wrote, "We've arrived." On September the 20th, Jacqueline West wrote, "We're leaving now," to her mother. Later than days, she wrote, "We've arrived." He testified, he listened to wiretap calls. Y'all see it? One appeared that they were trying to get out of Bakersfield pretty quick. And he said he recognized the voices involved. He said he had spoken to both Maria Martinez and Jacqueline West. Smith is going to play the wiretap call for the jury, and he did. And all you heard was a lot of Spanish that I did not understand. Exactly, saying that they didn't have no relationship, none of that. They wasn't close or nothing like that. All lies, lied on the stand. Only thing Giselle gonna be guilty of is guilty of association and guilty of covering up a damn crime. That's what he's guilty of. It says here the call was dated March the 12th of 2021. Transcript will be provided to the jury. The call is in Spanish and the transcript has been translated to English. He ended his questions. Audience members do not have a copy of the transcript. So Stallings asked about the call, and the detective said West was at first speaking to the male in English and then in Spanish to her mother. Regarding the Facebook messages, The police detective said he used a time zone calculator to determine the time when messages were sent. Tori Stalin asked about the Pacific time. She said she's only asking him to do basic math. She is asking questions to determine the time of West arrived in Cal City on the date in question. And UTC time is about 7 hours ahead of California time. Tori Stalin ends her question. The detective has been excused. Exactly. Lock them all up. So, Senior Officer Jamie has been called to the stand. One of his duties is to help with wiretap intercepts. He has participated in 4 wiretaps while at Bakersfield Police Department and assists in Spanish-English translation. He listened to a wiretap call between Jacqueline West and Maria Martinez. Like, I'm surprised they ain't locked the mama ass up. She's sitting there lying like she ain't had no close relationship with her daughter and they talked all the time. She sat there and lied. Like she didn't hear from Jacqueline. Jacqueline didn't tell her nothing. She lied. This what made me upset. It says the call was pretended because there was a joke about missing children and the people laughed during the call. Either the mother or daughter talked about missing socks and one of them said maybe they will pop up like the missing children and they laughed. So somebody made a I know. Oh, this like, child, be careful about conversations. What? So they played the call for the jury, and the call is in Spanish. They in the questioning, and Tori Stalin has begun cross-examination. I'm about sick of her. So, dang, let me go back. So, Jamie agreed there were 3 topics going on in the conversation. He said he translated the transcript she's holding. She really ain't got no leg to stand in on this one. So she said on page 6, line 3, it says transcribe net transcript. Said that's not him. Tori Stalin said she has no further question. Smith on redirect asked Oracle if he assisted with the translation. He said yes. He's not the only person who reviewed it, but he reviewed it for accuracy and it appeared to be accurate. Jamie was excused. Recent. So it says here, Detective Thomas Hernandez had been called to the stand. And on December 28th, he went to Jameson Center to listen to an interview, and he was later assigned lead investigator. Hernandez was identified certain letters for T-Mobile Records. He authored warrants for numbers for Maria Martinez, Ryan Dean, and a number they never identified of the owner. One number was for Jacqueline West. Hernandez testified he reached out to a company regarding paternity tests for the children. He authored a warrant to obtain those DNA files. He said the profiles were booked into evidence and submitted to the Department of Justice. During any missing person investigation, the Department of Justice asked for DNA samples to compare to any remains that may be found, Hernandez said. He also gave the profiles to Current Crime Lab. The DNA tests were obtained from a North Carolina company called LabCorp. Now, I know I done had, no, something ain't right. I'm missing something. Hold on, y'all. Because she had talked to her sister, too, on Facebook about some pictures and stuff like that. And she called, well, we got to be careful what we say on social media. Because it could be wiretap, it could be wiretap, child. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can just find it on my phone. It could be wiretapped. And Lord, no. Hold on, y'all. Let me. Hold on, y'all. I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm missing some stuff. Hold on. I am. I'm just gonna read it to you. Hold on. Let me I got to go back. I got to go back in time, y'all. I missed some stuff. Let me go way. So okay, so I remember this too. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm missing some stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, y'all. Let me find this stuff and put this on the screen. Hold on, cause it's the most stuff I gotta review with y'all. Okay. Don't. Hey, don't back up now. Look, don't back up on your words now, child. Don't back up on your words now, child. Hold on, y'all. Here I go. I'm finna let me find the rest of this stuff. Okay, y'all, that was after the break. Let me go way back. Let me go back. Oh, y'all, I done missed out. I done missed a lot of stuff. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hold on, y'all. Flipping on my pen. Oh my God. So it was more. This is out of order. Y'all, listen. I may have to review it again just so we can get clear, because they talked about Trizel's sisters. Just give me my reparations. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so let's try this again. Hold on, y'all. I'm missing stuff. I didn't go all the way down. So, so it says here Brown helped process the West Van in December and was told to look for blood stains in the vehicle. It says here that she applied a chemical to the interior of the van to detect possible blood while another person photographed the van. There were very few, very tiny positive reaction on the bumper of the van, and there were four rows of seat and a total of 5 car seats in the van. It says here that they displayed photos of the interior of the van. Smith gave Brown an exhibit and asked her to circle the car seat that was not that were not properly secured in the van. She circled a car seat on the passenger side of the rear of the vehicle and on one of the third row seats. Um, so Stallings, in her cross-examination, said that Brown testified the positive reaction of the chemical on the bump was smaller than a grain of rice. There were 3 or 4 spots of that size, and they were not swabbed because they didn't appear significant, she said. There was no DNA. Fingerprints were taken on the van because they weren't asked for. She said it's the family van, so it wouldn't be surprised to have family fingerprints or DNA on it. So Stallings go through different methods of car seat. Brown testified she did not determine whether there was a latch system for the car seats or as law enforcement while the car seats were situated as they were. The questioning was ended by Stallings. Frizzell's attorney began cross-examination. Brown testified a color change from the chemical she sprayed on the van doesn't necessarily mean there is blood. It's a screening tool. There would have to be follow-up tests. Questioning ended. On redirect, Brown was asked to look at her notes regarding the car seat. On December 23rd, she wrote, "Seat on passenger side not secure." She said she meant it wasn't in place properly in the seat. She also wrote the middle row car seat was not properly in place, was leaning forward, and Smith ended his question. It says here, David Lawyer has been called to the stand. Lawyer lives on Lotus Lane, so he is a neighbor, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to go back and we got to get everything in here. And he has for the past 5 to 6 years. That's in the same apartment complex where the West lived before moving to Cal City. In January of 2020, he was aware of Giselle and Jacqueline living near him. He believes they were already living there when he moved in. It says here that Lawyer testified he had brief contact with the West while walking in or out the apartment complex. He doesn't know how long they lived near him. Lawyer said he knew 3 or 4 kids with the West. His kids would wave hello to the West children. They never went outside, Lawyer said. I know them kids were suffering. They never went outside. Child. It says, Lawyer said his children would play outside during the summer. He said they never played with the West children because they were indoors. This was pre-COVID. So this was even like pre-COVID, or this was before COVID. Like the kids didn't go outside and play. I think that's what that means. And it says here the West van was always parked near the back of the complex instead of the assigned spot. Lawyer said he became aware they had moved because saw the blinds open and the apartment was empty. And I didn't see them moving out. He said he remembered one day that they were there and then they were gone. They were ended his questioning. Stalin asked about his employment at Boathouse. His hours in 2020 were midnight to 8 a.m. He slept during the day 4 to 5 hours from 8 a.m. to noon or 1 p.m. Now, from 8 a.m. to noon, ain't nobody still got outside, came outside. She tried to make him out alive. He went there first. It says Lawyer acknowledged. He went on a podcast to talk about this case. He went there first to give his statement and didn't talk to law enforcement until March of 2022. Lawyer testified he told law enforcement he saw 4 to 5 kids. He said he wasn't aware Jacqueline West's mother lived in the nearby apartment, didn't see that apartment with any children. Mama lying. Who that mama alive? And Torres asked, can you even give us a time frame when he knows the West had moved? Lawyer said he's not good with times. Regarding his YouTube interview, he was asked about how he saw the kids and etc. So he been on YouTube interviewing. So it says Stalin ended her question and Nasser has begun cross-examination. He asked a couple questions and ended, and Lawyer has been excused. Says here David Hunter was employed by the FBI, had been there for 12 years. Is a special agent in Bakersfield, and he conducts investigations regarding crimes against children. He said he assists local agencies on occasions. Cal City in December of 2020 asked for assistance from the FBI evidence response teams to collect evidence. On December 23rd, Hunter went to the West home to search the backyard. He said, we conducted a search of the ground of the property. They used probes to poke into the soil for depressions or hollow areas in the ground. There were 2 locations that had loose soil or hollow areas. Flags were placed there and they were excavated. He said they obtained soil samples. No human remains were found. Says every FBI took digging tools from a shed on the property and gave them to local law enforcement for analysis. 8 items were seized and turned over to the Cal City Police. Questioning ended. Timothy Hennessy has begun cross-examination. Um, and the FBI by May 2021 was secondary in the role, and Hunter said he recalled receiving a report of the sighting of the boys in Texas. The location was Arlington, Texas. The information was passed on to Bakersfield law enforcement. Hennessy asked about a license plate, and Hunter said he didn't personally follow up on that, but provided it to the Bakersfield Police Department. Always do her line of question. What? Uh, I do the same. Hunter said he was on the evidence response team on December 23rd. He said the search warrant was issued at 8 p.m. and gave him a copy. And it says here, Hunter said he was providing info that a K9 had been at the location, but doesn't recall that an officer disturbed the ground before they got there. The pole used to provide the ground is made of fiberglass and T-shaped and is pressed into the ground. It's just to find if the ground is disturbed. Any hollowness under the surface. Nothing appeared to be human remains to the visual eye. In December 2020, 29th, the FBI did not stop investigating the case, but report handed him by Torres Stalling indicates they stopped investigating electronic evidence. The FBI was in a secondary role. Hunter said he was investigating missing children cases before, but couldn't give Torres Stalling an exact number or how much of his job is taken up with that. Hunter acknowledged they can investigate crimes across state lines. Torres Stalling ended her questioning and has been excused. Ryan Holes has been called to the stand. He's an officer with the California City Police. He went to the West home on Aspen Avenue on the night they were reported missing. Hall testified he drove around the area to see if there were any children matching the boy's description. He spent a couple of hours doing this. Hall said he found no signs of Orrin or Orson. Hall said he wrote search warrants for the home, van, and DNA samples for Trezell and Jackie. Smith has displayed photos of the envelopes of the DNA swab. He ended the question. Stallings asked if he spoke to any residents regarding the disappearance. He said he didn't, nor did he look for the homes with surveillance camera. He said he didn't write a report of his action on December 21st, nor did he tell anyone where he was driving as he looked for the boy. He said he doesn't remember what streets he drove. It says here that when he first arrived to got a quick story about what happened, then drove around looking for the boys in the southeastern portion of the city. Most of them, he said, when Nacer asked if he drove up and down every street, he was excused. So the next witness will testify remotely. So they went to we did Megan Silver Lake. We talked about her, Ryan Dean. We did them. I'm trying to get to the point where we're talking about sister because the sister sent them children some Christmas gifts, y'all. And Jacqueline them lied like they were wrapping gifts, but them the gifts that the sister sent. That was the gift that the sister sent. They ain't bought them kids nothing. Hold on, y'all. I know there was a lot of garbage, not a garbage, but a lot of it's just a lot of stuff like for the FBI, how they investigated, how they did this, and how they took the DNA samples and all that. It can be a little bit on the board side. Hold on just a second. Yes, they didn't buy them children nothing. Give me a minute. But I like KGET 17 News. At least they can get it together. I don't understand how hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get to the part where talk about the sister. Because after they talked to the mother, they went to lunch. And they went to lunch for about an hour. So they was in court was in recess to about 1:30. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get to after. I'm gonna get there. Okay. So that was 8 hours ago. I need to go to 6 hours ago when now I'm going to find it. Just give me a second. So I think Jacqueline is the problem. Trezell, he just got caught up in it, trying to stand beside his wife, and both of them gonna end up in jail. This is sound like the same one about the little what's the little girl that I talked about that the black lady she had beat that baby and Victoria Rose Smith. The black now she know the husband he got like I think he got like 20 years in prison and he was okay with that and I think that they what how many years did they that lady with that nappy hair? What's her name, y'all? What that lady name? Thank you, Anastasia. What's that lady name that she was on the worst cook of America and she had she had her Victoria Rose Smith had basically beat that baby with to death. She was abusive to that little girl. And she's serving a life sentence in prison for it too. What's her name, y'all? I bet y'all like Monk, we don't even know. Because we done talked about so many different stories. Um, yeah, just give me a second so I can get them coming back to a company. So we talk about that. And we read Thomas Hernandez. It was 3 hours ago. Um, I'm just trying to find everything, y'all. Give me a second. Shouldn't take me long. I know we could get that bug shot. Baby, we could die forget that bug shot. Now that's what we could not get over good. It's that bug shot. Uh, cause that lady right there. Um, but to know y'all that they be listed as if they want you, they gonna get you, and they will wiretap your calls. So let's please take heed to that. Your calls are monitored and recorded. The calls are monitored and recorded, child, and they can be wiretapped, even cell phone. It ain't got to be the regular phone where you plug it to the wall where you pay your monthly payment. You actually, okay. I'm finna get to it. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find all the way up to Mr. Perez's, all the way to his interview. Hold on, y'all. We getting there to the good part. Oh, y'all. When I get this all together, okay. Let me hold on. So this is all Perez's. Um, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get all his testimony. Okay, here though, right here. It's all in one tweet. Let me get him right here. Okay. All right, y'all. So this is Detective Jesse Burrell. Yeah, Ariel Smith. Yeah, that's their name. So it says here Detective Jesse Perez has been called to the stand. Now, Mr. Detective Perez, y'all, he let it was a lot discovered here in this interview. No, I have not. It says here Perez said he was assigned to look for video and witnesses in the West case, among other things. He focused on the date of the reported disappearance. Perez went to Lancaster, California, to three major retailing businesses to look for video evidence. The dates were specific to when the disappearance were reported. The businesses were Lowe's, Winco, and Costco. He observed Trezell West making purchases from Lowe's and Winco, and Jacqueline making purchases from Costco. This was in October of 2020. No one was with the West. Recorded records showed Trezell in the area of Yonkers Park, and he tried to find a video to place him there. He said the time frame he looked for didn't have any video available. That was also in October of 2020. I think the children went missing back then. Perez testified he also viewed a video from Union in California at what was then a food max. Perez reviewed Facebook and Instagram data for the profiles belonging to Jacqueline West. Excuse me. She primarily had contact with her sister, Perla Martinez, and her mother, Maria Martinez. Smith is showing Perez some Facebook record which the detective identified. The judge called a sidebar. The judge and attorneys are back, and two exhibits have been admitted. Their Facebook records. Perez said the records for Jacqueline West's accounts. A profile photo for Jacqueline's account in 2019 shows her with four other children. So what's up with why is she an adopted mother when you want to show all the children that you have? On December 23rd of 2020, Jacqueline West sent a message. Please tell them we love and miss them. The boys need to ask for a lawyer if they want to talk to them again. I don't want them twisting whatever they are saying. Oh, really? So it says here the message was sent to Trezell West's mother and had to do with law enforcement questioning the West's 4 other children. So why wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have nothing to hide, it would be okay for the children to talk to they already done talk to the police before you even try to say this. There were conversations in Spanish on Facebook between Jacqueline West and her mother. Another photo sent on 2019 on Christmas Day shows Jacqueline West and 4 children. Orrin and Orson was not pictured. I'm eating it. Now bye. A photo on February the 4th, 2020 shows the entire West family, including Orrin and Orson. That photo was sent to Perla Martinez. On May the 22nd, Jacqueline told her sister about an accident with the youngest children, which Orrin ate Orson's food, typical children stuff. And Jacqueline West then sent a GIF of a woman with her hands up and teeth clenched as if she was angry or frustrated. Jacqueline West in other messages that day said she believes Orrin and Orson, look at this now, y'all read it. Orrin and Orson had certain characteristics from their biological parents. Well, if you come from someone, you may have those characteristics. And ain't you your mama child? Ain't you your daddy child? Like, come on now. Nah. Come on now. What the world? It says here on June the 8th, Jacqueline refers to the little one's birthday. He is the little weird one. Yeah, she called one of the kids weird, she wrote. She says he stands or sits all day. Perez said he found it odd that Jacqueline didn't use the child name. And that's right. How you gonna call a child the little weird one? How are you gonna call a baby that's maybe 3 or 4 of the little weird one? And when you're referring to his birthday, like you really did love these children, and that's why you adopted them. Bit me. Woo. You just got these children for the money. I'm just gonna call it like I said. Y'all got these children for the money. You got overwhelmed and over your head. And the Orrin Orson was too much. And then when you adopted them, that means that they are yours. And you knew you can't return back to sender. So you should have never took them out of their adoptive, their first foster home in the beginning anyway, where they were safe at, or gave them back to their mama. So it says here on September the 12th, Jacqueline sent a photo of 4 children, not Orrin or Orson. It says here Perez testified he reviewed digital devices for the case. In one device, he found photos and videos of the children, some from Orrin and Orson in 2020. The date was July the 25th of 2020. The video appeared to have been taken by the eldest son showing the children playing with toys. They appear to have been taken at the Lotus Lane apartment in Bakersfield. So it says Smith is moving the videos into evidence and is going to play them for the jury. The first video shows Orrin playing. It's about 6 minutes long. The video was taken on July the 25th. It says here Perez identified 3 still images taken. One shows Orrin from the video that was just showing, Orrin with a toy tow truck. The next photo shows Orson West in a diaper. They were all taken July the 25th. It says here that Smith played another video on July the 26th, and Orson can be seen in the van. One of his goals was to find the most recent photos or video of Orrin and Orson. I understand. Perez testified he reviewed several digital devices. There were about 17 or 18. On USB drive, there were photos of some of the other children, but not Orrin or Orson. Perez testified he was involved in the wiretap during the investigation. The wiretap occurred February the 24th of 2021. So they wiretapped their phones from February 24th to March the 14th. And they ain't had nothing, they didn't even know. It says that Perez explains how the wiretaps works, and Smith ended his questioning, and there was a 15-minute break. So the sister, I remember listening, and the sister was telling Jacqueline that she sent the kids some presents, and Jacqueline, you know what I'm saying, she was mentioning about, you know, one of the children's birthday. That's how that started. Jacqueline is the problem. She didn't want them kids. She just wanted the money that goes along with them children. And now they in this predicament. She thinks because they can't find the body that she can't be convicted. Right now, there is no evidence as of right now. They're all circumstantial and hearsay what we have right now. But I see the direction that the prosecution is going. They're saying, and it's just going to take them a minute to get where they're going. But they're what they're trying to do is build a case showing that the mother, okay, so today the mother said that, you know, the children was taken from her, and it's building, and the last known photo was July the 25th, 26th of 2020. So between July the 26th of 2020 and December, there were no pictures of the children. And any picture that Jacqueline sent to the sister, she sent her children and the other two adopted children, 4 children. She didn't send Orrin and Orson. She did not want them kids. And I don't know why she didn't. She adopted it. I don't know why they agreed to it, but they should have never got them children. Them children would still be here. They could have let them kids go with their damn mom. They moved in November, end of October, November. So something happened to those children in October. They was in a rush to leave Cal City, and we know why. And we know why. So, shall we know why? They probably could have been. Probably could have been. And the kids died of starvation. You never know. You know how evil parents are. Adopted parents of people that don't want children. You know how they can be. Um, it's just a sad situation. But anywho, y'all, I'm gonna try to be live on tomorrow, y'all. If not, I'll be live Thursday to catch you guys up on everything. You know, I see the what the prosecution is doing. They're building up on the case, and they're gonna. I wish they'll get to the wow in the real evidence showing that they actually something actually happened to these children. Because right now at this time, you're saying that the kids wasn't with them, but you ain't showed us where. And this is me, you know, me as a viewer, but think about what they're thinking. The jury is thinking like, where is the evidence that they have done anything to these children? These children are missing. All we have, but I see where they're going. They're trying to say before December when they reported it, the children were missing, and they are lying about their disappearance. They have proved they were lying about the disappearance of the children. They have proved that, but they got to get to the part where beyond a reasonable doubt, and I don't see the beyond a reasonable doubt. Do y'all see the beyond reasonable doubt? Because I don't. I don't see the beyond the reasonable doubt. This is all circumstantial. This is all circumstantial evidence. I am no lawyer, and but there is no beyond a reasonable doubt situation right now for me to say that they're guilty. They are guilty of something, but are they guilty of killing these children? I do not know. Well, we know that they did something to them, but we don't know what happened. And if there's no body, right? And then that's what I'm saying. Exactly. They have no excuse or no picture. Um, I don't know, child. Well, hopefully we can get this conviction because they can't answer to where them kids was because there's no evidence that shows that them kids was with them ever after July at all. So y'all, that's all that I have for tonight, y'all. Um, exactly like the mama. Now you said you didn't have no like I said, y'all. One thing about me, if you ever say something and then I'm gonna notice when you lying. Um, so we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If y'all want the link that I sent to you guys, Reese and Trisha, the if y'all the link I sent to you guys, the y'all know that we are like Reese, you may be 3 hours ahead of California, and um, Trisha, we 2 hours ahead. I don't even see Trisha no more. What Trisha at? I don't see Trisha. don't see Trisha. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you're new to the if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Peace. Okay. Good night, y'all. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll probably be late coming on because I have to do I have school seminars I have to go to. So I'll try to come on after the seminars, y'all. Yeah, take some Advil because you're going to be hungover. Good night.